Hey guys, and thank you for checking in with the Boar Arms reviews. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and sorry I haven't been on for a while. I've been changing up my space here, different lighting, different camera. Hopefully it makes things look a little bit nicer. So what we're going to be looking at today is going to be my everyday EDC. Now some of this stuff will be changing. You know, everybody knows that with EDC, it's sort of trying everything out, seeing what works best for you. Now, to start things out, every EDC, everybody should carry, in my opinion, a flashlight. Okay, this is a Streamlight Stylus Pro. Runs off of AAA batteries. This thing has a wicked runtime on it. I think it'll go for 8 or 9 hours of constant on. But yeah, super solid. I've had no problems with it. It's nice being as small and compact as it is and as thin as it is. It sits and rides in the pocket with no issues. Definitely recommend this if anybody is looking for a pocket flashlight to carry on yourself at all times. Now, me personally, I work in security, so over the years I've kind of developed the habit of carrying around a pen and something to write with. Typically I carry a flip top notepad. This is what I have at the moment, but honestly, incredibly useful. You know, we all forget things, and everybody knows human memory is not as great as we would all hope it would be. This at least gives you the opportunity that if you have any last minute thing you need to write down, or if something just happened in front of you and you want to make sure that the information you're putting down is as accurate as you possibly can, do it with this. The fresher it is, the more accurate it's going to be. So carry that. For watch, I carry this Relic watch. This is a motion powered watch. It's okay. I've had it for quite a few years now. It looks nice. Honestly, I think I'd rather get something that had either solar charge or just regular battery, because if you let this sit overnight, the time it will stop. It doesn't last as long as I would have hoped, but it looks nice. It works well throughout the day. As long as you're moving, this thing's charging, it's working. So I always think it's a good idea to have a secondary timepiece, because phones die, you know, some place you might be, there's no clock to check the time, and knowing the time is a good thing. For knives, in my knife review, I did do a review of this. This is the Benchmade Triage. It is a S30V blade. Overall, I really like it. The lock on this is super solid. It will not open up on you or close on you, cut your fingers. Also, seatbelt cutter, which, you know, yeah, you could use just a regular part of the knife, but it is kind of cool that this does have that feature. And also the windshield breaker. Overall, I really do like this knife. It's a good knife to have with you when you're driving around, traveling, because the bonus of the seatbelt cutter and the window breaker. Also, I will say, I don't smoke anymore. However, I do believe it's important to carry some kind of lighter. You know, I mean, I've used it honestly mostly for my professional interactions with coworkers. It's kind of nice that if, you know, someone does smoke, you can make a good impression. But yeah, and you know, EDC, I like to carry, you know, a bunch of stuff that it seems like, you know, I might not need it, but I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So a good Zippo lighter, that's what this is. This is a Zippo lighter. Ultimately, great choice. So I just carry my car keys. You know, obviously everybody carries car keys. I do carry on my car keys a flashlight. Now, when I bought this, I will say that the actual light output on this is wicked bright for as small as it is, but it really does not last that long. I try to make sure that I charge it every night, because the battery on it does not last that long at all. But it is good to always have like a backup option, and honestly, I've gotten a lot of use out of this. You know, maybe I don't have the other light on me, or you know, I dropped the other light and I can't find it, or it's broken. I have a backup option, especially on those late nights when, you know, you have to walk to your car or get something out of the car, you know, whatever. This will give you at least some light that you can find what you're looking for. And of course, cell phone. This is the Samsung Galaxy A50. Good phone. I like it. Works for what I need. One thing is, being in security, I always make sure that my phone has just a regular wallpaper, no pictures of family. I think especially, you know, some of my videos are going to be geared towards people in the security profession because of my experience. But one thing I've learned in the security, you know, industry is making sure that your personal life and all that stuff stays separate from your work life. You know, especially some work environments you work in, people take advantage of stuff like that, and you don't want any part of that. Anyway, carry pieces. So what I will say is, I used to carry this. I'll show you that it's empty. So, this is Smith & Wesson 66-4 in a snub nose version. Honestly, this is a wicked nice revolver. I love the thing. I've always wanted one, and I've always wanted one in this barrel length. I've had other Smith & Wessons before. I've had the 686. I've had a 19 before, and I had, what was that other one I had? I think I had one of the, yeah, the 627. I had one of those too. And then one thing you'll notice with a lot of the guns on my channel is guns change out. You know, I'm trying to make sure that I come back with new guns and new content and stuff for you guys. So sometimes I have to trade in a gun, get a new gun, you know, whatever. Try and make sure that I've got new content, new guns, new videos. But this revolver, super nice. I bought it used, and in all honesty, I was perfectly fine with that. If it was like primo, I probably wouldn't have even bothered carrying it, just because, you know, they are kind of getting to be a little bit scarcer, especially being that this -4 one, I don't know if you can tell here, it is a pre-lock version. What I mean by that is there is none of the Smith & Wesson lock that they started installing in the side of the frame here on some of their newer revolvers, which has been a bit of controversy for quite a long time. So yeah, so 357 Magnum, 6 round. I carry it in a leather shoulder holster. I do like the leather shoulder holsters, especially where I live. It's mostly winter. We get a lot of colder months, a lot more colder months than we do warmer months. So it's nice to have something. You know, I don't worry too much about it because I can wear a jacket most of the time and whatnot. But the action on this is wicked smooth. The trigger is nice. I did at one point have a Ruger GP100, which was in a 3-inch. The Ruger, I really did like it, but I will say that I do like the trigger on the Smith better. That being said, like I said, this used to be the gun that I carried every day. Since I have stopped, not that there was anything wrong with it, it was just kind of bulky and capacity. You know, some of the places that I started working and stuff, I wanted a little bit higher capacity. That being said, this is a really nice gun, and if you're, you know, capable of carrying a revolver of this size, and if you're a revolver guy, you know, I understand. If you're a revolver guy and you're not a big, you know, semi-automatic pistol guy, don't be afraid to buy a revolver. I mean, a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of people now that are kind of moving into the whole semi-autos because capacity obviously is higher. However, if you're dead set that you like revolvers more, they're what you shoot better, they're more comfortable to you, by all means, go with a revolver. You know, what it ends up coming down to is what you're comfortable with and what you believe that you can rely on and what you can personally afford, because obviously, you know, cost is a factor for a lot of us. But anyway, so this is what I used to carry. Since then, I switched up to this. This is HK P30L. A lot of people would know this as the John Wick gun from the first movie, minus the compensator. Yeah, so I will say that this gun was perfect out of the box. You know, I've had a lot of different guns. I've had Glocks, I've had SIGs, I've had Berettas, I've had Smith & Wesson M&Ps, I've had all sorts of different things. And the one thing I'll say is that most guns I've had to at least put 100 rounds in them to get them broken in. This, on the other hand, was not the case. This gun out of the box ran everything. I fired hollow points, you know, Full Metal Jacket rounds, multiple different brands. I mean, it just fed everything. This thing's an animal. And I have had H&K pistols before. I've had an HK USP compact in 40. I've had an HK USP 45. And honestly, HK is one of the companies that I think, hands down, is top tier. I've never had a malfunction with them. They've fed everything. They've ran whenever I've needed them to. The P30, I think, is a great option for people who want to get an HK but don't want to spend a ton of money. This one in particular, I think, was around $650 from my local gun store. Now, this is the P30L though. You can find a P30 which is slightly shorter. I've found them in my local gun shops for right around $500 to $550. Obviously, with times being what they are now, it's a lot harder to find stuff at a decent price that's not being price gouged. But if you wanted one, you could find one. And honestly, if I was to put, which I'm probably going to get a bunch of flack from this, but I'm going to tell you, this is my opinion only, okay? But in my opinion, this gun will outshoot any Glock, M&P, Beretta, it doesn't matter. In my opinion, from what I've experienced out of the guns I've shot Glock 19s, I've shot Glock 21s, I've shot M&P 9s, I've shot Beretta 92s, you know, Beretta PX4 Storms. I've shot I shot a bunch of different guns. You know, like I said, my collection changes all the time because I trade stuff in and out in order to, you know, try new things. This gun is staying in the collection because this gun has been flawless. Super smooth. The one thing that I'm not entirely keen on is, I don't know if you can really pick it up. So these are 3-dot sights, and they do glow in the dark, but they're the type that glow in the dark after they've absorbed sunlight. So, you know, if you keep it in a dark place all day, they're not going to shine at night. They just don't. That being said, if you put a little bit of light on these, they are ultra bright. You have no problem seeing whatever the hell you need to see. The adjustable back strap, the adjustable side plates here. I mean, I don't have very big hands. I have very small fingers. So, if this gun fits comfortably in my hand, it'll fit in anybody's hand. No doubt. Now, there's also the HK VP9, which is a striker fire. That I would like to actually get my hands on, because I think that it would be, you know, I've had, like I said, I've had striker fire pistols in the past. I always seem to come back to hammered guns. I don't know why. I just, you know, I'm so used to that first trigger pull and then follow-up shots being in single action. But that's just me. So yeah, so that is what I carry currently. And of course this I carry on inside the waistband holster, Kydex. Overall, that is what I carry for my EDC. Obviously things change in and out. My knife does change. I have, you know, knives for if I'm going to special occasions. I have knives for if I'm going outdoors camping. You know, this is the knife I carry on me most of the time because it's the knife that I carry with me when I go to work. Just like this flashlight. This is the flashlight I carry on me most of the time. I do have other flashlights that I do carry, but I don't carry them anywhere near as much as I do that one. But yeah, so like I said, you know, I'll probably do another update in 6 months when I end up changing it again. But that's what it all comes down to, guys, is you have to try out what works for you, what feels comfortable to you, and whatever works for you. That's what it all comes down to. Is do what fits you best. You like revolvers, go with revolvers. You like semi-auto pistols, go with that. I will say the P30L, I'm probably going to change out with something else. Nothing against the P30L. The only thing that I would say is it's big. It's not very heavy. I mean, yeah, sure, it's got weight. You know, it's a full-size pistol. But, you know, before this, I did carry a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. I didn't mind it. It was okay. Kind of kicking myself because I got rid of it because I didn't like the fact that it came with 7 and 8 round mags, and now all of a sudden Smith & Wesson decides they want to come out with the Plus series holding 10 rounds. I don't know why they didn't do that years ago, but hey, you know, is what it is. But so I'll probably be switching this out. And in all honesty, actually, I'd like to know what your guys' opinions are. I have 3 that I'm looking into right now. One being the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus, one being the Springfield Hellcat, and then the other being the SIG P365 in either the 365 or the 365X. So let me know what you guys think, and you know, help me with my choice. Once again, thank you for watching, and we're gonna try and make sure we get videos out every week. obviously work, everything else, but we're gonna do our best. If you could, please like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna try and make this out to be as big as some of the other channels, and obviously the more subscribers, the more views and likes we get, the more chances and opportunities we'll have to get some new stuff for the channel. And I got big plans and stuff for the future that I think you all are gonna like. Alright, thank you very much for watching Boar Arms Reviews. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.